Hi everybody, this is Jason with Centralutions. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of what's new in LASR version 2.1. 2.1 allows you to activate plugins, which are small pieces of functionality that do not necessarily affect the base functionality of LASR, but do allow you to do additional things with LASR. So right now there are two plugins that are available. One is called the Quick Save plugin, the other is called the Target Scoring plugin. Both of those will have their own separate video. We'll go over how to use those and what kind of features and adjustments you can make to those. But just so you know, to activate a plugin, let me close this. We can come up to the plugin button, which is, it looks like an electric plug. If I click on that, then the plugin window appears. Once the plugin window appears, you'll see the list of plugins that are available. If you do not have them activated, which means you haven't purchased them, you haven't activated them inside of your license, then you won't see the on-off switch here. You'll need to click on the information link. That will take you to the purchase page. And then once you're at the purchase page, you can buy it. You'll get an email with an activation code after you purchase it, and then you'll be able to enter that activation code. The place you enter that activation code is right here. If you click on the Activate a Plugin button, and let me just zoom in so everybody can see that. This is the plugin window. If I click on the Activate a Plugin button, then we end up with a window that allows us to put in the activation code. You click OK. It'll communicate with the server very briefly, activate your plugin, renew your license, and you're up and running. Then you can enable the plugin, and then you can also go into the options of the plugin and change some of those around. Again, there will be a separate video about each of the plugins as they come out. The other items that are included in this version of LASR are performance improvements. We've increased performance. Hopefully, if you're used to LASR, it has been running fine, but we're always looking for ways to tweak that, and so we've included some performance improvements. We've also done a couple of minor bug fixes and improvements, and just included in those are a couple things that were requested from customers. For instance, when you close LASR, see how I have the window maximized on my computer. If I close LASR and then I open it back up, it's going to maximize the window again and bring LASR back to the same condition it was in when you close it. The other thing that we've included is the ability to save and restore your targets and your timer settings and everything. So when you close LASR and then you open it back up and you start the camera, it will ask you if you want to restore your targets. If you do, it will turn edit mode on and allow you to adjust those targets, but it will redraw all the targets with all the same settings and everything exactly the way they were before. So if your camera hasn't moved, you really don't need to do much except just exit edit mode. The last thing that we've done is we've kind of changed the timesheet around a little bit. We haven't changed it around, we've just increased its functionality. One of the things that we've done is we've included a part-time expired item inside of the timesheet. That way you can tell when your part-time expired, and then you can see the shots after part-time. The other thing that we've done is that we've allowed you to pause shooting when part-time does expire. So if you go into settings under timer options, you'll see pause shooting when par is reached. You can enable that, and that will basically just pause shooting as soon as the par time expires. That way, if you're running a drill where you can't count shots after par time, then you can enable that, and that'll help with that. The other small items that we've done are the timesheet font. You can now change that. By default, it's set to 14 point font. However, I have set mine set to 20, and you can see that the text is much larger. If I bump it down, you can see it changing as I'm changing that setting, and it's changing it back to the default of 14. The last thing is that you can now change the background of the target numbers that are overlaid over the camera image. So let me zoom in here real quick, and you can see the numbers. I've set mine to transparent, so the numbers around my targets are they now have no background on them because I set it to transparent. However, if I really wanted them to pop a little bit, I could come back in here and change my background color to, let's say, green. And then when I come in here, all of my target numbers have the background color of green. Sometimes changing those colors help you see those numbers better. Also, sometimes when you have to get them out of the way, say you have a bunch of target zones clumped together, and you wanted to get them out of the way, putting them on a transparent background works best sometimes too. So that's pretty much all of the changes in version 2.1. Again, we'll go over some extra functionality in the individual plugin videos, but please stay tuned for those. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. We love hearing from customers. A lot of the features we throw into LASR come right from you guys, so keep the suggestions coming. We love to hear them. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.